SGA is the oldest security company in the country, having started in operations here in Tanzania in 1984. So we are employing about 5,000 employees, and we're cutting across each and every region in the country. Among the key customers that we have is GGM. The best thing that, the secret to our success in the preparation of the people. Once we've deployed the people, it's not enough. How to prepare, to reiterate, the human rights, the PRR that we reiterate, the working with their IDs, the human rights component, the 14 principles that are there as well, to be reminding them. And in all the parades, we reiterate the same. So we inculcate this to a point that, even if you wake them in the middle of the night, they will tell you this is right or wrong in terms of the human rights perspective. And the way that the mannerism, you will see there's a difference between an officer employed by SGA and any other officer, because we spend a lot of time and effort in trying to give them refresher training on a daily basis.
In SGA, we have stringent measures on our policies on how we recruit and get our guards on ground. Our policies requires that first and foremost, we recruit guards from the reserve force. Then we get in touch with them. We give them our standards requirements. Like a guard must be Form 4, but must have that prior training with the national force. And then from there, now we select now according to the other standards like the height. Then once we've gotten them, then we train them. We take them for a basic training, because you'll understand they have this background on the national sort of training, the national defense training. But now we are bringing them now to commercial aspect. Then we take them through 2 weeks training. Then we bring in that aspect now on commercial security, including now other aspects like human rights, respect to human rights, the principles and the compliance to various laws in Tanzania in our security operations. We'll put an announcement that we need to recruit this kind of the number of people for our security operations, and these are the qualifications. And then we give an opportunity for them now to send their applications. And then once we've received the applications, we'll involve the security team in the region. And then we will go now through the vetting process, going through each individual application to see if they've met the requirements. The human right, I would say, starts from the recruitment processes as well. Once now we have done that stage, then we go now to a stage of now telling the people, announcing, giving them the feedback. Those who have missed the opportunity is because of this, because it's their right also to be given feedback on the reason why they have not been able to go through the process, why they failed the opportunity, and why others have acquired the opportunity.
Our trainer trained us well. Actually, they give us procedures and guidelines about securities. And they give us a protocol so that to prepare an amenities environment for the security. And after that we provided theory. And so when I come, this we do into practical. We have to respect human rights. They give us brief on definitions of human right, and they give us the characteristics on human right.
Okay.
But they give us the consideration that what we do consider in human right. That we do consider freedom, justice, non-discriminations, and equality. We do identify risk assessment, and we do cooperate with private sectors, and we do cooperate in public sectors.
The SGA training on human rights impacts on the community. When I came in 2014, we used to have a lot of complaints from guards. From their home, their wives would come, following them at the place of work, saying, oh, they have not left them money for food, or they have beaten them, or they've abused them in one way or the other. Embraced this training from ICOCA on human rights in our training. And we also brought in people from the police about community policing. And this became our norm. And slowly by slowly, we've seen those complaints reducing. And I can say in the last 2 years or so, we don't receive such complaints as such. And obviously an indicator that it has really impacted on the communities.
Basically, security at Geita is composed of security, the police, private security, that is SGA, and also community policing. And basically when we started with only in-house, we could see there are gaps, especially when crime started escalating. So that's when we had to enter the MOU with the police, memorandum of understanding with the police, and the police started giving support to the mine. But after a period of time, we learned that police is more of use of force than soft approach, and which escalated even conflict even further. And we learned that we need to adopt soft approach, which of course led us to introduce community policing. The crime on the mine, 60% of the crime or intrusion on the mine was coming from Nyakabale. Nyakabale is a community that is inside our concession. From there, they see opportunity to come onto the mine to steal gold-bearing material. So we thought it is good to start where the bigger problem comes from. So that's when we launched our community policing initiative, and it was a very extensive training to give them understanding and also empower them with a bit of human rights, legal, because we involved various stakeholders to provide training from the police, from the immigration, because we are also dealing with illegal immigration from the neighboring countries like Burundi and the like. But after we introduced it, we could see the change, that the level of aggression, the conflict between the mine and the community, especially Nyakabale community, started to decline. We could see the benefit, and the community themselves, they could see also the importance of having this initiative. We have seen it is working very well, not only reducing crime, but improving relationship, because there is a win-win situation. Community policing themselves, they have opportunity to be employed by private security company. For example, as SGA, we had agreed that before they think of recruiting people from outside, the first choice should go to the community policing. Because one, they are trained, they are exposed to the environment, they know the challenges that we have. So when they get opportunity, they are recruited into the mine. They work and they give a very good support in terms of securing the tenement. We have seen a tremendous drop of crime, but the relationship has increased, and we feel part of the community. The business is part of community. They feel part of the business, and that has brought, and this is a critical part of the business, social license to operate. Because if you have your technical teams for operation, you can run the mine. But if you don't have social license to operate, regardless of whether you have all the equipments and everything in place, community will not allow you to operate.
The main stakeholders when it comes to security in the mine is, first of all, the staff of the mine, led by the security department. That is the key in creating the policies, ensuring that everybody is aware of the policies. From there, we go into the implementation. Implementation bit is that the mine itself has security officers employed directly by the mine. Secondly, the outsourced service provider, which is SGA. And then thirdly, we have the police who are also deployed and given specific tasks and the areas of concern. And then the fourth is the community provided security officers who are also deployed to the mine. They have their own scope and the areas where they are guarding. So all those people, the stakeholders that I'm referring to, is now the unit that really work together to ensure that first of all, we prevent the intrusion. But should the intrusion occur, how are we going to handle it? And then we now work on, if it has already happened, how can we stop it and then recover from it? And then now we follow up to see what was the root cause, where did we fail, where were the loopholes, so that at least in future we learn the lessons and then preempt from recurring. That has always succeeded very well. Incident management is at a top notch. We are learning as we progress, and that has all the units have been told this is where there was some gaps, fill in these gaps, and then we see now going forward.
So one of our core is to make sure that the client is safe, his employees and his property. So as I have said, there are few intruders who managed to penetrate and to access the mining area. So our aim is to make sure that we block and we detect and block those intruders, few who penetrate the first layer, or having damage to our client. The main activity for our guard is to see and report. So as the principle of security, once the intruders observe the principles of the security before reporting even the escape.
I do like the job. That's why I joined this job. That's because I like it. The other thing that made me to join the SGA company, it's one of the big company that it's all over the country. The best thing is just the salary that we get.
Kazi kubwa ya polisi jamii tumejikita sana kwenye kuzuia, maana tuko kwenye mpaka kwa nje, tunalinda mpaka wa GGM kwa nje pamoja na mitaa yetu. Tunapoona na vikundi vinakuja kuingia, tunawazuia msiingie kwenye eneo la mgodi kwa sababu hamruhusiwi kwenda kuingia mle, hamna kazi ya kwenda kufanya mle. Lakini ikitokea tumemkamata, kuna maelekezo ya kumkamata mtu ambayo tunafuata taratibu, lakini baada ya kumkamata mtu au aidha tumemkamata ametoka na vyuma au kitu chochote ndani ya mgodi, tunamweka chini ya ulinzi kwa kufuata taratibu na kuwapigia simu wale wenzetu wa GGM upande wa ulinzi. Lakini pia kuna mapolisi wanasimamia hii polisi jamii wakata, na wenyewe pia tunawapigia simu, tunawapa taarifa, kwa pamoja wanakuja, wao ndio sasa wanamchukua yule mtuhumiwa baada ya sisi kwa tumemkamata kwa usalama. Tumemkamata kwa usalama. Wao ndio wanakuja kumchukua yule mtuhumiwa na kumpeleka mahala ambapo sasa panahusika zaidi kwa ajili ya mambo mengine ya kisheria anafuata. Lakini sisi tunakuwa tumemkamata kwa usalama kabisa.